this morning to continue the in-depth analysis of events as they hold here in Nigeria, and especially this moment that is surrounded by, of course, the electoral process in three different states and the build-up towards these elections. There have been spikes of course, violence recorded so far across the board. And now INEC, who happens to be the electoral empire, the most controversial chairman of INEC has been Mahmoud Yakubu. And unfortunately, after billions, several hundreds of billions that was expended on procurement of IREB and beavers, now INEC is saying that transmission of electronic results is illegal via the IREB, that it is only manual collation that is approved. You can imagine the double standards and the public deceptions that is sweeping the entire country. We are taking, of course, the opinions of people regarding this particular issue. Good morning, Mr. S.C. Grammar.
All right. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, my presenter. Good morning, Nigerians. Where you're watching me from, anywhere you're watching me from. This is MC Grammar. All right.
Does this come as a shock to you that INEC is saying that transmission of results electronically or via the IREF is illegal?
A criminal is a criminal. That's the truth. A criminal remains a criminal. Once a criminal remains a criminal, I know it did not come to me as a surprise, because what do you expect? Would they go through electronic distance? I mean, definitely, INEC will not be able to get rich. So if they go through that means, so what it means is that if they just cancel anything electronic, INEC is going to be rich. But my problem is not even INEC. What is Nigeria saying on this? We should all be at the streets now protesting that what electronics. That's how it's been done in other countries. That's civilized. Over here in Nigeria, anything goes.
But over close to 500 or more billion naira was spent because of the procurement of all this electronic blah blah blah. At the end of the day, they are telling us that is transmission of a result via the IRF. It's not illegal. It's illegal. That they could only, of course, resort to manual collation and compilations. What does that tell you about the credibility of the elections?
If electronic is introduced, I'm telling you the truth, INEC will not have money. They will not make money. That's the truth. So they are looking at it that if we allow electronic to be introduced, there is no way of making money. But with this system of what's it called, ballot district, then they could make enough money. You can imagine so many people from so many parties circling you here and there. You make more money. But in electronics, somebody knows who can go to be the winner. So there's no money that. Just like I told you the other time, my problem is not them. What are the Nigerians saying? We should be on the street protesting now, telling them it's electronics or nothing. That is how it's been done in civilized country. But over here in Nigeria, everybody's afraid to die. Nobody wants to think about it. Nobody wants to suggest it. Even when you suggest it, people will tell you go and sleep. See, let me tell you something. I expect by now that Nigerians should be on the street protesting, telling that it's either electronics or any other thing. We can't spend all this kind of amount and for you to be telling us stories. That's to tell you that government, they know what they are doing. Stupid people.
But honestly, we don't want to abuse anybody here, but the reality is that it is quite unfortunate that such when we needed to have advanced, we are, of course, retrogressive as a people, as a nation. So what does that portend? What does that clearly spell about the election that is coming in Imo State, Kogi, and Bayelsa?
Well, to me, Let me just put it this way. Imo State election, take it or leave it. Hope Uzodinma is winning. They are going to rig the election. They are going to rig the election. I don't know how you put it. Hope Uzodinma is going to win. Because remember, all the old hotels in Imo State, Hope they have occupied it all. So definitely, they know what they are doing. So, and now Tinubu is there for him. So to tell the truth, he's going to win. So it's not really by what you vote. From day one, Imo State are so foolish. I'm from Imo State, but they are so foolish. When they brought somebody that took fourth position, presented it as a first, and there's no protest in your corner, nobody was able to say anything. Then what do you expect? You are fools. So me, I don't pity them now. So Uzodinma should go back. He succeeded in doing the first time, so he's going to succeed in doing the second time. Somebody who came fourth, they gave him first. Is it that person that you say that he lost election? It's not possible. So Hope is going there back. He must stay there mumus, and they will continue to remain mumus. And that mumus, they will continue to be. So Hope is going there because they are mumus. I used to say something, I'm from Imo State, but I'm somebody who used to protest here in Lagos. But unfortunately, people don't carry my kind of spirit. So they are just dull. So many Imo people are too dull. That is why they could just present fourth position to you as first. And all of you, nobody could protest. Nobody could stage a protest. And now, he entered as a governor. Now, suffering your people, still try to come back again. You think it's your election that's going to count? Forget it. They are going to rig it. So congratulations to what's it called? Hope Uzodinma with his stupid act. So no problem. All right, ask me next question, please.
Okay, reported supplementary budget of 2.17 trillion by the Tinubu's administration. Consider this midwest saying that the main budget has not been utilized or will not be accounted for. So what is your take?
You said P2B, yes, of course. We all know that Tinubu government is corrupt. Every damn soul knows that is a corrupt person. He has always been corrupt, even when he was Imo State, when he was Lagos State governor. So his corruption did not start today. So let me just put it this way: that you saying Tinubu is that it doesn't matter. A thief is always a thief. A criminal is always a criminal. I say it confidently. But see, that is my problem in this country. When you talk, they will tell you, do you have evidence? We know. See, we know is the evidence. We know. Let me tell you something. No, well, let me tell you. Why is it that when you catch a criminal on the streets, a criminal, you instantly you give a judgment without investigating? Why do you say how sure are you? But when it's rich man, they will ask you how sure are you. You should change the mentality, please. I don't like it when Nigerians have this mentality. When it's a rich man, you say how sure. But when you catch a poor man, you just make judgment instantly. Okay. Why are you giving juggle justice to somebody that they just called thief, and you start to beat him to death? Do you have any evidence against him? Is it because you're a poor man? Please spare me that. And that's why
the accused should be given the right to defend themselves beyond this level for any position might be taken by the court. That is not the case with the state. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Remain blessed.
Okay, well, it is quite unfortunate. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you.
Nice knowing you too.
That's the INEC, which is the electoral empire, has come out to say that transmission of results via the INEC is illegal. The electronic transmission, which most campaign was of course,
It
carried
was
out
based on.
by the same electoral umpire. Over several hundreds of billions of naira was
Spent on it.
expended on that. Coming back to tell us another story altogether, what do you think about such techniques?
There's nothing to think about it. It's a foregone conclusion. They are always speaking from both sides of the mouth. What they will say is not what they will do. I don't expect anything. So long as the Supreme Court has bastardized everything, I don't expect anything different. You cannot put new wine in old wine skin. It will burst. These people don't have the capacity to do good. So why should we be expecting anything different from what they have done in February 23 and March 21 or thereabout? I don't see INEC doing anything good. The beavers and all of them are just there to hoodwink Nigerians. And if Nigerians have not wisen up to it, shame on us.
Honestly, because you can't spend the taxpayers' money and the Commonwealth on such a laudable project and just to discard it at the end of the day.
A country of accountability by today will make sure that Mahmoud Yakubu is answering questions
Honestly,
over a country of accountability by today will make sure that Mahmoud Yakubu is answering serious questions. But because they have benefited from it, it's a from that election had been concluded as far back of December 2022. As far back as December 2022. You get the point? So all what they did in February 23 and beyond is just a charade.
It's just a
charade.
Deceiving the masses.
Yes. Buhari's government is a government of deceit. This one is a government of deception. You get the point. So can good come out from Nazareth? It's unfortunate that we will just have to endure. Because if at this time Nigerians are not on the streets, occupying the streets, what are we doing?
Yes, out of Nazareth came a Messiah. But can any good come out of Nigerian political class?
The Messiah came in 2015. Like the Israelites of old, we kicked him out. That was when God decided that, okay, you are on your own, Nigeria.
You mean as far back as
2015. God has left Nigeria to its own devices in 2015. That is why we are facing this, what we are facing now. You get the point? And unfortunately, the religious people are so heavily compromised, there's nobody that will speak truth to authority. There's nobody. So, the policy in the hands of Nigerians, and unfortunately again, Nigerians have been so coerced, they are now jellyfish. Nigerians cannot do anything presently because hunger, they have successfully made hunger a weapon to catch Nigerians. Imagine kerosene, 970 naira a litre. Nigerians are still saying tomorrow go better.
gas.
We are even saying that gas now for the middle class. Kerosene that is not for the lower class. Per litre. Nigerians is that you are still saying it go better. The war that Nigeria want to punch the law started when they increased the cost of rice. In Sierra Leone. Today, rice is 60,000 naira. My salary in a month. Okay, if I decide to buy rice 60,000 naira, what about pepper? What about oil? I mean, will I be eating dry rice? Houses, families are now in disarray.
Honestly.
Families are in disarray. So what are we talking?
Is it a lie? Is this I mean, Nigerians suffering Nigerians. The political class are also
Nigerians have been held at the jugular vein by one, poverty, two, religion. Religion, as they say, is the opium of the poor. These politicians know that Nigerians are too religious. We are too religious. That is why. And they know the so they are using both weapons against us. Now they are saying palliative. Can you imagine? Eh? Can you imagine? You come and give me 5,000 naira. What can 5,000 naira buy? When I was 11 years old, my father of blessed memory put me in his car, a Volvo 244 GL there. We went to CFO at Papa, bought a 4 pickup for 5,750 naira 25 kobo. You get the point? A 404 pickup. Today, I give my child 5,000 naira. He will be asking me, Daddy, what do I do with this? 5,000 naira, the money they used to marry my mother, and there was change. Eh? There was change. So what are we talking? And we are still here saying it go better tomorrow. It go better tomorrow. Look at our children today. The value system has collapsed.
Honestly,
the value system has collapsed. Yahoo boy, a child is ready to go to leave school now. To leave school now. Steal his father or mother's money, go and buy an iPhone and start doing Yahoo. There are so many. Look at what drug has turned our youth to. Have you been to Abuja lately? Go and see vibrant tomorrow of Nigeria wasting away. Come to Ejushaga, go and see vibrant youths of Nigeria wasting away. Come to Oluwole Ogba here, go and see them.
Honestly, it's something alarming.
Go and see them.
Honestly, what kind of damage has the political elite done to the masses?
They have the fact Nigeria is now on what I call auto drive. And when you are on auto drive, anything can happen.
Anything can happen indeed. Because it's almost we are sitting at the state of gunpowder. And the PTB has spotted the 2.17 trillion supplementary budget.
You see,
is there any need for the supplementary budget when the main budget has not been implemented?
The question I want to ask you, was that budget meant for you and I? Was the budget meant for you and I?
Of course, no. I have not felt any impact of the budget.
So that settles it.
Likewise, my family.
It is not meant for you and I. It is meant for themselves. It is meant for themselves. In a country where hunger is staring everybody in the face, you are busy making provisions for a 160 million naira vehicle for yourself. You are busy buying a ship that you will not use, and your wife came to tell that you are not going to spend Nigerian money.
Over 5 billion.
Well, in that area, it shows that she's a pastor, so you can imagine the kind of pastors we have in Nigeria now. You can imagine the kind of pastors we have now. After all, well, if you want to be a pastor, in 3 months, go and donate to one of the churches on the expressway. In 3 months, when you donate 1 million 2 times, they will call you bro. It's like God wants to use you, so you can become a pastor. That's why they can never tell you of salvation. They cannot tell you of the repentance. They only tell you of prosperity. Value system, zero.
Oh, value system,
zero.
So what happened to Nigeria? Is it that I wouldn't say you because you are very honest about the reality? Is it that the generations we may call the elderly ones have failed the younger ones?
I'm coming. Hold on. Hello? 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 All right. My brother, let me tell you. My generation and your generation will have a case to answer before God. We were well trained by our parents, but what did we do? We turned every good thing they taught us, we turned it upside down. The value system that we have now in Nigeria is money. Money is the only value we have in Nigeria. The value of what they call Omoluabi is not more there. The value of a good name is no more there. Even the churches now have been so bastardized. Go and kill somebody to make money. Go and donate to the church. They will accept it, and they will pray for you.
Exactly.
They will give you reason why you made it, why God allowed it. So I'm sorry, my dear. I'm sorry to say, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone.
Because when a government or a nation or a society loses
Its character.
its character,
Nigeria has lost its character. Nigeria lost its character in 2015. That was the year God decided that enough is enough for these people. Let them now take charge of themselves. That's why you talking like that. God in his infinite mercy abandoned Jerusalem twice in the Bible. Go and read your Bible. After all of us have Bible in the house now. Twice God abandoned Jerusalem. First in Chronicles, second in the New Testament. When they said that they know more than him. In Nigerians that don't know more than God in 2014, 2015. God brought the Messiah. We kicked him out. We now brought the devil in.
who was the Messiah? That's
Jonathan. I didn't get anything personally, but how much was a derica of rice?
Even a bag of rice, you can get
How much was a bag of rice?
6,500.
Oh,
But now, 65,000.
my salary is not even up to a bag of rice anymore.
Oh. My people
My
will say
salary.
impunity.
Although
Taboo.
taboo. My salary is not up to a bag of rice anymore. So what are we talking? What are we
I can't
talking?
imagine how Nigerians can survive. And with all of that, even some workers are being owed by some state government.
My brother, let me tell you the truth. They make this remaining 3 years and some months. We go hear them. We go do what? We go hear them. Because who be this?
Wow, this is quite unfortunate.
So it's very, very unfortunate. But bless up. Who is this person now? Hello?
We have to press up.
Hello? Edwards. Hello? So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
do appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
and submission.
Thank you.
Yes, where his salary can no longer buy a bag of rice. Is this survival or suicide?
This is suicide mission. We are in a suicide mission. Nigerian is just gone and gone. Thank God somebody mentioned the Bible here that God once abandoned the people of Israel twice. because of they think that they knows better than God. Yes, I am very, very much happy with the last speaker that just said God sent a Messiah from Tinubu, from what's his name? God sent Jonathan. Aside from Jonathan, there was also Yaradua. The Yaradua was there. How much then was a derica of rice? How much then was a pint of rice? How much then was a bag of rice? But today, we are seeing a situation whereby a lot of average Nigerian salary combined together cannot even buy a bag of rice presently. So that is to tell you, Nigeria is gone, and Nigeria is just finished. So nobody seems to be happy with whatever that is going on. But the government of the day should be very, very careful on whatever they do, because posterity will always remember them for whatever they do, for good or bad.
INEC said the INEC transmission of result, electronic transmission of result is illegal, coming from the same electoral, post-electoral umpire that expended close to 600 in procurement of IREF and my model and all that, all those single distractions, and at the end of the day, they are the same people who came to tell Nigerians that it is not necessary, it is illegal to count on the electronic transmission via the IRA.
It's a shame on the side of the INEC and a slap to an INEC as an independent body on its own for them to have said something and they are doing otherwise. INEC said that the election will be transmitted electronically, but at the end of the day, what we saw was not in accordance with what that was given by INEC. INEC, as an independent body, should have been honest and honor their words in terms of telling us that these are what they needed to do, so that at the end of the day, we'll be able to beat our chest that INEC really worked and honored their word economically and politically by saying that they will transmit the election in such a way that they did, and they did it approximately. But what we saw was the direct opposite of what they were saying. So the INEC itself is a body, an independent body on its own, that Nigerians do not even have much confidence on them anymore because of their fake life, their lies of their level of giving of false and the different information to Nigerians. So
if such statement is coming at the eve of this global election, what does that tell?
There's a problem. I know, and I will say it, and I also say it today, that there's in every democratic settings, we know that one of the ingredients of democracy is that sometimes you have an opposition party, because people say if there's no competition, there's no champion. Competition is the engine wire of development. If you cannot compete, you cannot develop. So yes, we know that even protests, other striking, going on strike and other things are part of the democratic settings we are talking about. But for you to have come out here just at the eve, we have about 4 different states are going for their elections presently. Imo State is there, that's my state. Kogi State is there, Bayelsa State, and one other state. Now, we are seeing a situation whereby most of these people are not in consonance with their words. If this at the eve of the election, you are telling the whole masses that election cannot be, it means that you are telling the masses that there's no need for them to come out and vote during the election, because you as an independent body cannot even honor your words. So INEC should be very, very careful on the way they do things, because it is not fair. Nigerians are actually tired with the election in Nigeria. Look at what happened in the last general election. Everybody came out vividly to see that they voted to their own personal candidate. But at the end of the day, the election was malfunctions, and there was a malpractice in the election. At the end of the day, the person that won the election was not duly given. So that is the reason why a lot of some free in from different countries. I know we have a lot of viewers here. We have a lot of viewers, but from this Flip TV and other reasons that came all the way from different countries just to see that they vote during the election. But what happened? At the end of the day, their vote was not even count. Their vote cannot even count. So the federal government, the state government. Now, I will give you an example. for ever since we resumed democratical settings. Do you know it has been a curse, as if it's a curse on Nigerians, that ordinary a local government chairman has not been elected? Can you tell me in your state, do you have a local government chairman to today? Nobody, there's no local government chairman. And we know that most of these local government chairmen are the closest entity that are very much closer, allied to the masses. Are you getting me? But what we experience now is a situation whereby the governors will just appoint a caretaker committee and put him there. After putting him there, for 1 year, he will, because he wants the money that is coming from the federal government to come to him directly. That is to tell you the kind of decay, the kind of barbaric system of government we are in now. The arms of government are not even functioning. The systems of government are not even functioning. So what are we talking about? The INEC is an independent body. So being an independent body should have been in such a way that you align yourself so that you cannot be a pushover by whoever that is coming in power. But we are seeing a situation whereby most of these people, what they are after is just to siphon money, enrich their private account, so that at the end of the day, one will start telling them this family is a rich family. But at the end of the day, it is not in accordance to what we are seeing in Nigerian democracy. The founding fathers that defined democracy, Abraham Lincoln defined democracy in 1800 as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But what are we seeing now? We have democracy. I think we will know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for your wonderful solutions. Honestly, these are not a funny moment, and it's quite laughable and quite insulting, honestly, for INEC to have come up, to add such a position before the public domain. And it appears they don't listen or have any recourse to their actions, which have cost Nigerians much and have inconvenienced the entire system. This is quite unfortunate, and how long shall we continue to live in such a system? That is quite unfortunate, and this is very sad. Does that mean we don't have any system any longer? I mean, how could such a supposed electoral empire be living in such a double standard life, not having any recourse with all equipment to aid and enhance the credibility of the elections? All the efforts and the money has been a wasted efforts. It's quite unfortunate. Now, who should be held responsible with all this sabotage? It is quite clear that the position of INEC is sabotaging the credibility of the global election, because if you are telling the world that IREC or electronic transmission is needless, is useless, is illegal, and could not count, then it means, of course, we are more backward even before, prior to the 2015, when Jonathan, of course, did some very good reforms, which brought about, in the first place, the use of bimodal verification method. But now, he has taken us a century backwards by this statement made by INEC. And now people have lost all the confidence, if there is anyone left, over INEC sincerity. And of course, the credibility of any elections within this dispensation. It is quite sad. It means the hungry politicians would even write the results and force any returning officer to announce whatever they have presented. It is quite unfortunate. Nigeria has gotten to such extent. I mean, and nothing is left to be desired with this development and the entire political sphere of the Nigerian state. It is quite sad and honestly unfortunate. We have Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix, good morning. It's a pleasure having you. Well, let's listen to Mr. Felix and have him speak to us.
Hello, good morning, sir. Morning, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Felix. How are you doing?
We thank God, sir.
We just have a few minutes to live here. INEC saying that the IRF is transmission of results, that the IRF is illegal. As a comrade who understand the position of the electoral, reformed electoral act, what is your take?
What they have just said is that they said they are not transmitting it electronically, that they are going to collate it through manual business. Now, what I expect the political party to do is that they should get themselves in order, ensure that they monitor it to the latter, do the best. They will win the election. They will win the election. They have come out, the INEC has come out to say they are not using electronic transmission. It's a manual transmission.
So why this effort in utility? Why spending several billions, hundreds of billions?
No. You know what? No.
Procurement of those.
No. Let me tell you the truth. The truth is that they test run it and they saw that the thing was not. We are not matured yet to use it.
How do you mean by maturity?
Maturity means that our system, our environment cannot really contain the electronic transmission of results.
How? Is it a rocket science?
No, it's not a rocket science.
We also use internet. So what is different about that?
Well, what is different about that is that in other countries that it works, 24 hours there is light, but in Nigeria it's not like. Look at what happened. All of a sudden they will bring the machine to the field. They will discover that it's no longer working, which will disenfranchise a lot of people. And I want to say this, that INEC has come out. Each political party should go back and do their drawing board, do what they should do so that they can win the election.
Well, we keep on, but it's quite sad that Nigeria should be complaining of giving excuses of power outage. Why not use even the external batteries to charge it if that is the case? Because several billions of naira was expended. So why can't they make preparations for damage?
Hello, sir. This is a staggered election. What it means staggered election is that the INEC have the right. They had meeting with various political parties, and they both have agreed. So let's watch how it will go. That's my humble take.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay. It is quite well disturbing for some. Mr. Felix was sort of last about the development, trying to exonerate INEC for their lapses, telling us that there will not be power in sustaining, of course, those electronics. But I think Nigerians have overgrown some. INEC, good morning, Mr. Kule. It's a pleasure having you. INEC coming back to tell us that transmission of electric results via the INEC is illegal. With all the hundreds of millions spending, are we making progress or is it a joke?
It may be a joke to you, it may not be a joke to the INEC itself. Nobody will want to be in that position and just to rubbish himself up. And I want to tell you wholeheartedly, the electronic transmission of results, we are not yet matured. We are not yet matured for it. And I don't know why they brought that into our electronics, they brought that electronic transmission into our electoral system. And to me now, it's not that we are not yet matured.
Some African countries are more advanced in terms of technology than Nigeria. So what is wrong about
when you say the Africans, when you say the African countries, who are the African countries? The only African, South.
We have Ghana.
Yeah, that's South and Ghana. And Ghana.
So what stops Nigeria? Because every time we are not matured, but we are matured in criminality.
You know,
we are matured in embezzlement and misgovernance.
And you know that maturity you're saying boils down to when you're talking of South Africa, when you talk of Ghana. Ghana has been ahead of us in a political system of government, in
democratic system of government. So they are our elder brother. I can say that to you. By the independence. They had the independence ahead of us, and they were more mature, they were more disciplined before. But I don't know the situation now. Those days, Ghana is being counted among the obedient nations that they always, listen to their leaders, they always respect their leaders, and they always have a good leader in position. You remember Kwame Nkrumah. And Nkrumah set the pace for the beginning of good Ghanaian. And to me, do we have somebody like Nkrumah? Right from check out the old regions in Nigeria, who can you compare with Nkrumah? Right?
It means Nigeria have never had any good government.
Yes, that give us a good directive. That is what we say. And Ghana has a good constitution working for them. Do you have a constitution? Do you have a working constitution? That's my question. If you have a good
one we have, how committed have the government, of course, implemented it?
It's a deceptive constitution you have. It's a constitution that already packaged. They already up to package that constitution when the military were about to leave government. And those are the things we need to know. When you don't have a good foundation, your house cannot stand. And I thought you guys, you ought to know that. Even you journalists ought to know that.
Okay,
that you don't have a good
foundation, your house cannot stand.
It cannot stand, yeah.
Now, the constitution being a failed constitution, that's your solution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then any country that has a failed constitution is, by extension, a failed state.
It will be turned into a failed state.
Now, if Nigeria is a failed state, what is the next
we're trying not to make it a failed state. And especially, yeah, by the constitutional review, that constitutional conference that Jonathan brought that time. But did he see the light of the day? No. And we wasted a lot of money on that constitutional conference. And what really happened after they could not implement it, and they just put it in the cabinet, in the House or where they kept it. And I'm sure maybe termites and this thing must have eaten those. The feedback they got from that constitution.
So,
but to me,
we have to reconvene
because ethnicity
government to that particular
is going to do. The government promised us the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised us a restructuring. So let us see. Because that was one of the campaign, what's it called, of the party, that they are going to restructure Nigeria. Nigeria needs restructuring. So you and I, you will not be crying foul. You and I will not be bereaved of political shortage, patronage. And to me, you could see the Southwest are crying wolf that they are not really inclusive. But I can still say Southwest are part of the government likewise, because we have a lot of ministers, there are sound ministers that are in this government. So the problem now is we need to call all the region, what are their problems, especially the Southeast, where you come from.
We need to about their problem. The problem has been as old as Nigeria. The problem of supposed marginalizations after they discriminated to the civil Nigerian Biafran war. As such issues have not been addressed. So I think isn't that enough problem to get the attention of the Nigerian government? Now the Southwest has even joined in the application for the one nation.
The Southwest have not fully joined. I have to tell you that clearly. Southwest is for restructuring. By that restructuring, we can get all the region breathe. We can let all the region breathe on their own, not on the federalism we are practicing now. So to me now, Southwest wants a restructuring. That is what we stand for a better, Southwestern state, for a better Southeast state, for a better Northeast, state, for a better Northwest state, for a better, just talk of it, South. So what we need is restructuring. Nigeria is a fertile land. Nigeria is a blessed land, but we need to get ourselves, we need to get right some things we don't understand. We need to get it right. And that is it. There is no country that we can be that can be more than this Nigeria. Because Nigeria, God has blessed this country a lot, but the people, the government, the successive people, leaders we have been having, they are not making the things easy. They've not made things easy for us.
I believe you have spoken the mind of an average Southwesterner.
No, I'm speaking.
But the majority of the Easterners are conversing, and of course, for the restoration of the Biafra state, haven't given hope of course, in the redemption or how Nigeria is Nigeria state is no longer so, do you have any problem with the opinion they share with the majority of the Easterners?
My brother, Southeasterners have enjoyed the goodies of this country. In the 60s, who are the one in power? Who are the one in power? You have all this, you have the power between the Southeast and the North as of that time. But something came up, Ego. Ego was the one that disrupted that first republic. That's okay, we are more than you, we are the one controlling the system, the military system. That was what led to the civil war was ego between Gowon and Ojukwu. So the Southeast has enjoyed the largest of this country. They've enjoyed it. So they should not count themselves out.
What about the enjoyed? Someone asked, are we okay? Good morning, my brother. Honestly, we are not okay. We are just at the mercy of the Almighty. But the current happenings and situations left us with nothing to be desired. Are you okay with the country and with the economic response? How are you coping, Mr.
We're not okay. We are not okay. We are not okay. That is why all of us have to join hands. The country will destroy. We have to rebuild it. We have to rebuild it. So you shouldn't exempt yourself that you are going anywhere. Let there be restructure. When restructure comes, we will be able to, everybody will be able to place themselves where they belong. Everybody will be able to grow according to their productivities. So it's not like monkey they walk, babu they shop. So the way it is now, it's monkey that is walking and babu are not chopping. It's a babu that are chopping, monkey that walks. They got nothing to take home. So
in line with your thoughts, of course, B2B have quoted the 2.17 trillion supplementary budget. I come to ask, the previous budget, how has it affected you? It appears they are budgeting for themselves and not for the masses of this country. How has the previous budget and this current supplementary budget affected the common man?
The previous budget that has been on ground now, that budget has to spread along, from the top to the bottom. And what I mean by from the top to the bottom, from the presidency to the local government. I think you have your local government in your state. That is Imo State you came from. And
I have not benefited anything.
And when last, and in Lagos, and when last do you engage all these people in power? When last do you walk into the local government there and ask? You see, well, you can't be blaming government every time. You do your own job. You do your own physical feasibility studies and get. No, they won't. They won't. It depends on how you. No, they have a right to attend to you. They have a right to attend to you. If they don't attend to you, then you can sue them. You have a right to sue them. Yes. You say which court? Which court? Which court? But is it not some court that are giving judgment that are turning they are turning election, they are turning the elections? Is it not same court? But what I understand is when the court did not favor some element, they will say there's no court in Nigeria. It's not like that. You win some, you lose some, right? You win some, you lose some. It's not like when it doesn't favor you, you not take it, as if there's no court on the land. Is it not the same court that said they should release Nnamdi Kanu? Is it not the same Supreme Court that said they should release Nnamdi Kanu? So what I just see, we don't need to be a fascist. We don't need to be a fascist. What is still keeping him? What is still keeping him is maybe he has filed the law the first time when he was arrested.
Maybe, but the court, we can't be more, of was more profound than the thought, of such carnival, which is the Nigerian court, within the Nigerian jurisdiction, who, having examined different allegations, watched them, and declared him innocent and acquitted. So how can we be contemplating on maybe or whatever such speculations is the problems of the Nigerian state? The court, as you said, have pronounced him not being guilty and that he started an acquittal. And yet, the same government is yet to comply to the directives or judgments of her own courts.
I'm sure, as I'm talking to you, there are process to release Nnamdi Kanu. At Siwaju, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will surely release Nnamdi Kanu because the people, the Southeasterners in the APC, they are lobbying for Kanu to be released. And mind you, mind you, Kanu himself shouldn't have even, decided to come back to where they wanted to roast him. I did not know what Kanu. If I see Kanu today, I will tell him it's blunder. What has it come? What has it come to do? Why did it come to what's it called, Kenya? What was his business in Kenya? It's like there's a fire on the mountain, and where the fire is burning, the fire is trending towards your side, and you now went to put yourself in the fire. I mean, that's not.
He has no right of freedom.
He has. He moved. No. Wait. Let us get it right. The agitation Kanu was fighting for is right, and I'm telling you, the problem of Kanu is from the southeast, not from the government, because somebody betrayed Kanu, come to Kenya. And he has been pardoned before. The first case that this senator, what's his name? This senator from Abia, that was his Abaribe, stood shorty for him. That this same agitation will be low key and it won't cause any disruption within the state. And what happened at long run? They filed the heart with the government. So to me now, the problem of southeast, southwest, I cannot blame it on the government. We had to check ourselves. I'll check my religion, because if we don't do such check, that's why they say that you check yourself before you wreck yourself. The problem of the southeast is within the southeast. Don't just put it on the government. A lot of regions are crying are crying foul. Likewise, like the southeast. But you guys need to come together and be one and stop the killing. You could see killings everywhere. In Anambra now, we had the 80 bodies that was discovered. In Abia, even in Anambra, bodies in Anambra. Maybe it's not been. I'm just telling you the breaking news that what's happened. And again, just to appoint the chairman of Landlord Association in one section in Anambra caused to chaos. I don't know whether you are aware of that. That they started, demolishing. They destroyed a lot of houses. They destroyed a lot of So how do you want to start destroying yourself and you start just be saying it's government? I don't support that. I don't support to killings. I don't support to killing because God will not be happy with such people. That's one thing I just know. So we should get our bearings right. We should get our bearings right before we start crying foul,
Okay, the global election coming up a few days now. Do you have any confidence in the
yeah. You see, the opposition, what advice I would just give it to them is they should get their machineries on ground to cover everywhere where they think they may be rigging, so that they will have their fact check. So that fact check, nevertheless, they lost the election. They can bring those fact checks to the courts. And that was what happened between Atiku and Obi. They said they don't want technicality. Bring out the facts that you want election. It's not like not bringing Amazon, come and start clarifying the result. Because you have your polling agents that ought to bring the result. This is what we scored. This is what they impute into this into the register of the banner register, and this is the figure they've changed. But when you don't do that, you don't bring the check, and you want the judge to be a Father Christmas, it can't work. That's why in court judgment there's technicality and there's evidence. If you start leaving evidence and bring technicality, you cannot win any court case. What they want is facts. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, on this note, of course, fans, thank you so much for and I will continue to intimate you of the realities unfolding within the Nigerian socio-political and economic sphere. It's been quite honestly disturbing, the latest development within the Nigerian state, and we hope that, of course, things will be put in control. Wishing you the best of the day is Chigozie Bonte. Will return your way in subsequent editions. Thank you and bye.